Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a shocking truth. 99% of people have no future, not because life is unfair, not because opportunities don't exist, but because most people never take control of their lives. They live on autopilot. They live as if tomorrow is guaranteed, yet they never prepare for it. Think about it. Everywhere you look, people are busy but not productive. They are scrolling, not building. They are wishing, not working. They are waiting for miracles, not creating them. That is why their future slips through their fingers before they even realize it. The difference between the 1% who rise, and the 99% who stay stuck is not luck. It's mindset, discipline, and the courage to act. If you want to belong to the 1%, you must wake up today and ask yourself, am I designing my future or am I destroying it by doing nothing? Most people in this world are not really living, they are merely existing. They wake up in the morning, not with excitement, but with exhaustion. The alarm clock rings, and they drag themselves out of bed, half awake, half asleep, already tired before the day has even started. They go to work not because they love it, not because it is part of their vision, but simply because it is what they have always done. It is a cycle they never break, a loop they never question. Ask yourself this: how many people truly pause and ask, why am I doing this? Where is this leading me? What kind of future am I creating with my daily actions? The truth is, very few ever do. The majority live on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, following the same routines, and expecting life to somehow hand them a different result. Imagine a person who spends years in this cycle. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. At first, it feels normal. Then, suddenly, years have passed. Opportunities have been missed. Dreams have been buried. And the saddest part, they don't even realize it until it's too late. They think they are moving forward, but in reality, they are running on a treadmill, sweating, exhausting themselves, yet going nowhere. Living on autopilot is dangerous because it tricks you into thinking you are making progress. You feel busy, you feel occupied, but busyness is not the same as productivity. A clock can keep ticking all day, but if its hands are broken, it will never tell the right time. Likewise, people confuse constant activity with growth. But activity without direction is just noise. The 99% of people have no future because they never take the steering wheel of their lives. They hand it over to routine, to comfort, to society's expectations. They let the world tell them who they are and what they should do. They move through life like passengers instead of drivers, like spectators instead of creators. When you live on autopilot, you don't just waste time, you waste your potential. You forget that every single day is a chance to build the future you dream of. But when every day looks exactly the same, when every day is filled with thoughtless repetition, your future slowly fades into nothingness. We often think of addiction as drugs, alcohol, or other harmful substances. But today, there is a new addiction that silently destroys more futures than all of those combined distraction. It is invisible, it is socially accepted, and it is everywhere. Look around you. People cannot sit quietly for even a few minutes without reaching for their phones. Notifications control their attention like chains, pulling them from one meaningless update to the next. Social media feeds are designed to keep their minds trapped, scrolling endlessly, while hours slip away unnoticed. Games, gossip, entertainment, all of these may feel harmless in the moment, but they steal the most valuable thing a person owns: time. The truth is, distraction is more dangerous than failure. Why? Because failure at least teaches you something. Failure gives you lessons, scars, and wisdom, but distraction teaches you nothing. It eats your hours in silence and leaves you with nothing in return. You don't even realize how much you've lost until it's gone. 1 hour wasted doesn't seem like much, but when it becomes 1 hour every day, it turns into hundreds of hours every year, hours that could have been invested in skills, growth, or building the life you dream of. Most people say they don't have time for their goals. They say they are too busy, but if you study their lives closely, you will see they are not busy, they are distracted. They can spend 3 hours watching shows, but they cannot spend 30 minutes reading a book. They can scroll for hours, but they cannot plan their future for 10 minutes. Their focus has been hijacked, their attention stolen, and once your attention is gone, your future is gone. This is why 99% of people have no future. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack resources, but because they cannot win the battle against distraction. The ability to focus has become rare, and whatever is rare becomes valuable. The 0.01% of people who can protect their focus, who can use their attention as a weapon instead of wasting it as entertainment, are the ones who rise. They are the ones who build, while everyone else is busy watching. Every person has dreams. Some dream of wealth, some of success, some of freedom, some of a better life for their family. But here lies the painful truth. Dreams alone mean nothing. They are beautiful illusions if not followed by action. You see, people love to talk about their dreams. They tell their friends about what they will achieve one day. They imagine a life full of success, but only in their minds. They create castles in the air, but never build foundations on the ground. They feel inspired when they think about their future, but inspiration without execution is just a trap. The trap is this: dreaming gives you a temporary high. It makes you feel as if you've already accomplished something, even though you haven't lifted a single finger. You feel satisfied just by imagining success, but satisfaction without results is poison. It tricks you into believing you are progressing, when in reality you are standing still. Most people are addicted to this dream high. They read motivational quotes, watch inspiring videos, and feel powerful for a few minutes. But the moment the video ends, they go right back to their old habits. The dream dies the second it meets the reality of laziness, fear, or procrastination. That is why 99% of people have no future, because their dreams remain locked in their minds instead of being turned into plans. They talk about writing a book, but never write a page. They talk about starting a business, but never take the first step. They talk about changing their life, but they never change their daily routine. A dream without action is like a seed never planted. It has the potential to grow into a tree. But if it remains in your pocket, it will rot away with time. The few who break out of this trap are not the ones with the biggest dreams. They are the ones with the strongest discipline to act on their dreams, no matter how small the steps may be. Because the world does not reward dreamers, it rewards doers. Failure is not the greatest enemy of success, fear is. Failure only happens after you try. Fear stops you from even trying, and this is why fear kills more futures than failure ever will. Think about how many people want to start a business, but never do because they are afraid it might not work. Think about how many students want to speak up in class, but stay silent because they fear being judged. Think about how many talented people never share their art, their voice, or their ideas because they are afraid of rejection. Their potential dies inside them, not because they weren't capable, but because fear convinced them not to step forward. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates the risk and hides the reward. It whispers, "What if you fail? What if people laugh at you? What if you lose everything?" But it never shows you the other side. What if you succeed? What if people respect you? What if you build the life you always wanted? Fear narrows your vision until you can only see loss, never gain. Most people don't realize that fear is just a shadow. It has no real power unless you surrender to it. The moment you face it, the moment you take one step forward despite it, you see how small it really was. But because the majority never take that step, they remain prisoners of a cage that doesn't even exist. This is why 99% of people have no future. It is not their lack of talent. It is not their lack of opportunity. It is their fear that chains them down, and in the end, fear steals what life was ready to give them. Fear convinces them to settle for average when greatness was within their reach. Fear whispers that comfort is safe, when in reality, comfort is the most dangerous place to be. Most people live as if the future is something they will stumble upon by accident. They wait, they hope, they dream believing that one day their future will simply arrive at their doorstep. But here's the truth, the future is not found, it is created. It is not something you discover by luck. It is something you design with intention. People say, "I'll see what happens." But those words are dangerous. If you live by chance, you will remain stuck in chance. If you wait for life to hand you a better tomorrow, you will wait forever. The clock will move, the years will pass, but nothing will change. Why? Because the future does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who build. Every action you take today is a brick. Every choice you make is either adding to the foundation of your future or tearing it down. The 99% waste their bricks. They throw them away on distractions, on excuses, on comfort. Then they wonder why their house of success never stands. The 0.01%, on the other hand, use every single brick with purpose. Even if the progress is slow, even if the results are invisible in the beginning, they keep building. The dangerous myth people believe is that one day luck will save them. They think someone will discover them, someone will rescue them, someone will give them a golden opportunity. But waiting for luck is like waiting for rain in a desert. It might happen once in a lifetime, but you cannot depend on it. The people who rise don't wait for rain, they dig wells, they plant seeds, they create their own water supply. They don't hope for opportunities, they make them. This is why the difference between those with a future and those without one is so sharp. The 99% treat life as if it owes them something. The 0.01% treat life as raw material clay in their hands, ready to be shaped into whatever they want. And with every decision, every sacrifice, every disciplined habit, they carve out the future others can only dream about. If there is one currency that decides your future, it is not money, not connections, not luck, it is time. Time is the ticket you are handed the moment you are born, and how you spend it decides where your journey will take you. The tragedy is that most people treat time as if it were unlimited. They waste hours as if they have millions to spare. They say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it later. I still have time." But every day that passes is a ticket torn off, never to return. Your future is not something far away. Your future is being shaped every single day by the way you spend your hours. Think of it like this. Every morning, life deposits 24 hours into your account. You cannot save them, you cannot store them, you cannot carry them forward. By midnight, they are gone, either invested wisely or wasted carelessly. The 99% spend their hours on entertainment, gossip, and procrastination. They pay the price with regret. The 0.01% invest their hours in growth, learning, building, creating. They pay the price with discipline, but the reward is a future others only dream about. Your time is not just passing, it is choosing for you. If you spend hours scrolling, you are choosing distraction over progress. If you spend hours complaining, you are choosing weakness over strength. If you spend hours building skills, you are choosing mastery over mediocrity. Time never lies. It always exposes your priorities, and here's the harsh reality. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But once you lose time, it is gone forever. Every wasted hour is a piece of your future thrown into the fire. That is why your time is your true ticket. If you guard it, respect it, and use it wisely, it will carry you toward the life you dream of. But if you waste it, ignore it, and throw it away, it will carry you straight into the crowd of the 99%, who have no future.